Thank you, Sister Yasmin. I would just like to say that we counted how many girls participated, and alhamdulillah, thank God, we got 100 girls. So now we're going to start with the Q&A, so please come up to either side to ask your questions, and also if you have reflections about wearing the hijab throughout the day, you can also come up. I want to start off with one dear friend of mine from Mecha sent this to me because she's unable to attend. And she said, I want to thank you and the rest of the women from MSU. The hijab challenge taught me a lot. It's a great empowerment, and I have a better understanding now. I have a deep respect for all of you, and I'm still wearing it. So you may come up to either side if you have any questions. Thank you.
Usually just takes one brave soul to start.
Men come up or?
Hi, my name is Kevin, and I don't really have a question, but I want to say something. I came here on really short notice because he told me about this, and I just came in, and I just wanted to say that I learned a lot through hearing your beautiful speeches, and I'm not sure of what I thought about the headscarf or anything like, but today listening to the stories extremely moved me, and I just wanted to say that I've been around certain people who have different notions of it and who just don't know, and I just want to let you know that wherever I am, if I hear anything that doesn't truly, I'm gonna tell them in defense and let them know what it is.
Hi, I'm Daniel, and Kevin stole kind of what I was going to say, but I do have, if I can get this fixed, I do have a question, but I also have a comment. I just wanted to say that I'm a non-Muslim white male who's lived in the West, and I love my wife. I look at my wife only. I have eyes only for my wife, and I respect other women. Thank you for holding this, by the way. And I wanted just to put that out there that none of us fit the description that you start off. I don't buy Sports Illustrated. I watched figure skating for the talent, the artistry, and I prefer curling to skiing. But I just wanted to put that out there as it is part of our society that's problematic, but it's not everyone's society. But I do have a question. So the hijab is one of the headgear that you see, the eyes and observers see, and I know there's the niqab and there's other names that I don't necessarily know, and I was wondering if you could comment on some of the other forms and what the Quran says about it. So, for example, I used to live in France for 10 years, and they're trying to pass a law to ban the wearing of burqas in public space. And I'm not really sure what the Quran says about that, and I was wondering if you could just enlighten me by commenting on that. Thank you.
Well, I want to clarify, I want to agree with you that that's absolutely true, that it doesn't apply, of course, to everyone. Unfortunately, it's a trend in our culture, but of course, it doesn't apply to every individual. But in terms of the hijab, basically in the Quran it talks, and in the prophetic tradition, it talks about women covering everything except for their face and their hands. Now, there are some commentators, the majority of commentators say that the requirement given by God for this modesty is everything, to wear modest clothing and to cover everything but the face and the hands. The covering of the face which is sometimes referred to as niqab or burqa, was something that the wives of the Prophet used to wear. And there are some who, out of conviction and the desire to maybe emulate the wives of the Prophet, choose to wear that. It's their choice that they want to wear that. And if that's something that they're doing out of conviction or devotion, then hopefully they'll be rewarded by God. And so I think just to kind of comment on the idea of restricting that, I think it's a very, very much an invasion, of someone's personal expression, to tell someone that they can or cannot, dress in a certain way.
This isn't a question for you, it's actually for the women that are wearing hijab today. You guys actually inspired me today, and you made me feel beautiful. And I just want to say that you guys look absolutely amazing in there.
Do you guys walk around campus with your purple scarves made of security? You guys look very beautiful.
My question is about, I guess, the appropriateness or non-appropriateness of makeup, because I know that the scarf exists to preserve modesty. So I was wondering if there's a similar attitude, I know it's not in the Quran, but if there's a certain attitude about makeup because it does enhance beauty and that's like physical features that men will see. So I just wanted to know, and I think there's like different opinions about it, but I kind of just wanted to hear another opinion on it.
One of the things, and I kind of touched upon this in the talk, is the idea of that a woman's beauty isn't for public consumption, but that a woman is supposed to be beautiful for her husband. So, I mean, the idea of using makeup, it should be really something that people use in order to beautify themselves for their husband and for that person, because that is the person who has committed himself to you, and that he then gains that he's worthy to see your beauty. Not everyone else on the street has given you anything to make them worthy of seeing your beauty. So I think that's kind of the way that I would kind of touch upon the idea of beautifying yourself using makeup.